So yesterday, inside my Playhouse community, we had our monthly Playhouse Dads Connect call. And the question that we posed to the dads in that um, connection call was, what's like the one thing that you could do to make life go better for your family this year? And the first dad who shared that what needed to happen in his family is that he needed to start putting himself first. That he realized that when he doesn't put himself first, that he sort of like moves around his house kind of like a blob, and he doesn't have like that life force in him. He's not showing up for his kids in the way that he feels good about himself. He's not showing up for his partner in a way that he feels good about himself. He's just sort of plodding through. And when he finished sharing his story, I was like, I hope that everybody on this call has this same goal. Because the reality is, it's really interesting. But when most people come to me, they come to me because their boy who is struggling is like the center of their family universe. The whole family is revolving around this boy's struggles, his behaviors, his moods, even his good moods. It's like, okay, is he in a good mood? Woo, everything's good. Is he in a challenging mood? Everyone's kind of like, ooh, how do I tiptoe around this? And one of the most important things in our family is that we lead, that we, the parents, lead. And that doesn't mean, that we're a dictator. I don't mean that at all. But it means that we are in a leadership position. We are in the position to make the decisions, to decide when limits are necessary. It doesn't mean we don't consider our children's wants and needs. That's not what I'm saying at all. But we are the center, and I want the family to be um, not revolving around you in the sense that like you're up on a pedestal, but I want your kids to feel the safety and security of knowing that, hey, I got a parent who's got this. We're gonna get through the hard part, or this is what's gonna happen today. It just feels good to them, and it helps them relax. It helps their limbic system relax. It helps them be able to show up in all the yummy ways that we like for them to show up. So, what I want to ask of you is, what would be one thing that you could do right now to indicate to yourself that you are putting yourself first? Because in order to lead your family, you have to feel confident. In order to lead your family, your bucket can't be empty, right? You can't be running empty. You have to have um, something going on in your life that makes you feel alive. What is that thing? What is the one thing that you can do that will allow you to show up in a way that you feel good about more often? It's not going to be perfect. It's not going to be every time. But what could you do? So it needs to be something small, not I'm going to go away to a spa, once a month for a weekend. That's not realistic for most of us. Okay. But I'm thinking about something really, really small. Is it connecting by text with a friend each day, or having a conversation with a friend each day? Is it getting out in nature each day? Is it standing in front of your house and just taking 5 minutes to sip your cup of coffee, whether that be before everybody gets up in the morning or at a break sometime during the day? Can it be treating yourself to I don't know, a boba tea or something like that? It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. Could it be exercise? Could it be exercise is always good. Sleep is always good. These are always good places to start. But it doesn't matter. The point is, I want you to be thinking about one thing that you can do that would indicate to yourself that you're putting yourself first. Because until you do that, you're not going to be able to show up in the way that you want to show up for your kids. There was something else that I wanted to say about that, but I can't remember what it is anymore. Hmm, I really can't remember. Oh, there was another client that I was talking with yesterday who is wanting to go visit a relative in another country. And she was saying to me that she feels like she kind of wants to lie to her boy about going because she doesn't want to hurt him. He's going to want to go too. He loves these relatives. And I totally get that. But my response to that is actually you doing what you need for yourself, which is taking a break and refilling your real empty cup, connecting with other adults, if that's an opportunity that you have, that's actually a gift to your boy. Now, he might not feel it that way. He might feel like, he might feel left out. He might feel angry. He might show you all sorts of feelings about that for sure. But that doesn't mean that you're making the wrong decision. It means that you're putting yourself first, putting yourself at the head of the family and allowing others to get used to that. To once they get used to that, they will recognize that the more you take care of yourself and the better you take care of yourself, the better shape you are going to be for your kid, for your partner if you have one. Um, it sounds counterintuitive, but it's great. And you know what? Actually, our vacation this last December, we were supposed to go on a vacation, and because of COVID, I'll spare you the details, but we didn't get to go. But 2 days before the end of break, I found a cancellation at a hot spring, and the five of us, my family, went up there. And several times over the 2 days that we were there, one of my boys kept looking at me, and he looked at me with a big smile, and he said, "Eva's really happy up here." And he loved it. Like, it filled him with joy. They can tell when things are good for us. And you know what? Like, it cost me so much money those 2 days, not in my budget, wasn't something that I planned, but I knew that I needed that. I knew that if I was going to start 2022 in my home office after being in my home office for all of 2021 and not getting any break of any kind, no change of scenery of any kind, that I wasn't going to be able to come into this year with the energy that I need to be able to serve you, to be able to be present for my partner and my family in the way that I want to. So I made that happen. I put myself first. My kids saw that, loved it, appreciated that. And I feel totally re-energized. Like, I have had the most productive week this week that I have had in months. So thanks for listening. I would love for you to leave a comment and tell me, what is the one thing that you were going to do, even just for one day? Commit to it for a day. If that feels like easy, commit to it for 3 days or for a week. Don't go crazy. Don't say, "I'm going to do this every day for all of 2022." Start small and see how it feels. Notice the difference. Thank you. Thank you so much for listening. Thanks for being on my mission to create a more peaceful world, one sweet boy at a time. I couldn't do it alone, but together we are absolutely doing it, and the situation is super hopeful. Sending love and just a lot of goodness. A lot of goodness I'm hoping is going to come our way in 2022. And health, of course. Bye for now.